number 3, Sidya Brooksby. At guard, a senior, number 14, Darian Jackson. At guard, and junior, number 1, Jacob Salazar. At forward, a junior, number 13, Robert Gomez. The head coach of Snyder is Shelton Gibbs, and the Ferris Bulldogs, Jimmy Morley. Each team will receive 5 timeouts during the course of the game, 3 full and 2 30-second timeouts. Please be aware of the exits in case of an emergency.
Good afternoon and welcome to our final game of the day. The crosstown rivalry is here to finish things off for the MLK Showcase, sponsored by Jerry Walker. And we're just a couple moments away. Snyder and Ferris, the crosstown rivalry renews here in Jersey City at County Prep, a neutral site for these two teams as we get underway. I'm Catden Drummeller, joined by Manny Pereira on behalf of the HCST Athletics show.
Good day today. It's been action-packed, full of some great basketball, and we took a break after 3 straight games.
Yep, 5th game of the day, 4th one that we are on the mic for.
So our 4th game that we get to call here, and the one with the biggest crowd, for sure. The crowd we see right now is probably going to end up becoming bigger by the time this game goes on.
Don't doubt that. No teams yet to score, about a minute in. Snyder probably the favorite in this matchup. Some poor losses, but also some really good wins, including teams like Hoboken and Union City.
Yeah, and they've won 3 straight. Took care of business at Memorial. They beat Union City and then also took care of business against Lincoln. And that Union City upset was a pretty shocking one. We saw how good this Union City team can play when they're on, with a big win against Piscataway today.
Yep, certainly have the momentum coming into this one as a foul gets called on number 14 for Ferris. Unfortunately, don't have a name there. Pass comes in right away and puts it up. Brian Gavin opens the scoring, and Snyder leads it 2-0. Julian Castillo takes it down. Ferris trying to get some points of their own. It's right back to him. He'll pass it off. Castillo gets it back, takes a long 3. It's nowhere close. And that one bounces out of bounds. So not too great of an offensive operation through the first 2 minutes or so for Ferris. They get the ball right back, though. They'll try it again. Para intercepts that one. Gives it right back. Castillo gets all the way in. Can't finish it off with the layup, though.
And the thing about this Snyder team is they've been so inconsistent all year. Not really sure what to think of this squad. They've been great at home. Is this a home game? Not really. Definitely the definition of a neutral site, considering we're right here in the heart of Jersey City. Both teams going to have a lot of fans coming. But unusual year. I mean, suffered a big loss against Dickinson. They lose to North Bergen. And like we've said, they just go on and shock everybody, beating Union City and Hoboken in pretty dominating fashion.
A 3 there. Ferris takes the lead right back. Jordan Para on that one. And it travels going right back the way of the green.
And this is a Snyder basketball program that was very good 2 years ago. They were one of the teams that were contending to potentially do something pretty shocking in the county tournament. They end up losing a heartbreaker to Union City at the hands of Darian Ponder. And ever since then, after a pretty solid state playoff run, they haven't been too awesome. Last year had a very down year. Now this year, off to a very interesting start. They seem like they can maybe contend with one of the top teams in the county, maybe not Hudson or Prep, but whether it's Hoboken, UC, or Bayonne, they can kind of hold their own against any of those teams.
For sure. Brian Cavan gets called for the travel there. Snyder not hesitant at all to go back the other way. An aggressive style of defense from Ferris here. Pass goes inside. Tipped out of bounds, last touched by Ferris. And Snyder will keep their operation rolling. Still only 5 points for both of these teams. Ferris leads at 3-2. Trying to change it here. The three rattles off the rim and in.
David Diaz averaging 8 points a night. Had a pretty solid year.
Yep, and Snyder right back in the lead. 5-3 your score. As we approach the halfway point of this first quarter, another travel on the Bulldogs. Again, no number there. We apologize. Excuse me, no name. And a foul there. Heading to the line, Joe Noel Harrison.
Goal foul, number 13, Robert Gomez. Shooting for Snyder, 24, Harrison.
First one goes.
Harrison also had a pretty solid year for the Snyder Tigers, averaging just under 10 points a game. About 4 rebounds to go with that.
1 for 1 is all they can manage, but the rebound is there. Easy points for Brian Gavin.
Ends up going well for them at the end of the day.
Ferris trying to respond and keep this within reach early. All the way in and off the glass. A chance for an N1 play. 2 points there. A chance for another here on the foul shot. Bring this game back to 2 points.
Been a pretty back and forth physical game thus far. Snyder stays up.
Certainly. Snyder trying to make something happen. A lot of passing around the perimeter. Finally, the three-pointer goes up. No good. It rolls out of bounds. Ball's heading back the other way.
I think Ferris was a little bit fortunate there. Can't keep giving a guy like David Diaz those type of looks from three-point land. He can definitely start cashing those in more consistently, which would be a very bad trend for Ferris.
And Ferris almost gives it up on the inbound there. Lucky enough to keep it in their own hands. Gives it back Gomez. And the ball is heading right back, orange jerseys.
That's a good timeout there with Coach Morley. Offense wasn't really going anywhere there. Got to reset a little bit. And, I mean, Snyder, again, look at them on paper. What did they do against Union City? They blew them out. What did they do against Hoboken? They won by 11. We're going to keep saying it because it's kind of shocking. And they get blown out by Dickinson. they also lose to Bayonne in blowout fashion, and against a Ferris team that, yes, they're 6-5, they're 3-2 in the national division. This is not a great team by any means. So technically, Snyder should be taking good care of them, and right now it's a tight game in the first quarter.
Again, any given game day, and I mean, we've seen it. We've seen Snyder beat teams that they shouldn't. We've talked about it all day. If you guys have been watching since 11:30 in the morning.
I mean, shouldn't, or maybe they should. We don't really know. Maybe the home court is that strong. We're going to have to do a game eventually over at Snyder if this trend continues, because they're definitely one of the more, I guess, confusing teams to judge on paper when you just look at their schedule. And to see them here in person, you could see some of the talent. But, I mean, we just weren't at those games, so it's hard to judge how good they really are.
Yeah, really important to know the why behind those wins, because as much as it can be, Snyder played amazing. It could be an off day for Hoboken, an off day for Union City, and the more it happens, the less likely that it's just these coincidences. The teams tend to not be on their A game when they play Snyder, but still a lot of season left, still a lot of games left for the Snyder squad, and we're going to see what they're really made of. Because there goes a three, nowhere close.
And when they have pulled off these wins, it's not by being an offensive juggernaut. It's by the way that they play defense. So I'm curious to see the way that they continue to defend throughout this game. I think they've done a pretty solid job, fairly aggressive, playing man for the most part. But I don't know. I mean, we're going to see. I think we'll have a pretty decent feel on how good this team really is after this matchup. Again, rivalry game, so it won't always be easy.
That pass goes a miss, and another N1 play. Brian Cavan gets to the rim there.
Diaz not a fan of the call.
0. Diaz at the foul line, shooting 1. Number 10, Toure.
One-point game now.
Ball gets stuck.
Personal foul, number 3 on Ferris. Hooks Reed at the foul line, 4.
Snyder at the line once again. First one can't find it.
See, the Snyder team wakes up. Had a weird turnover there on the other end. Ferris gets an and one.
Second one does go. And we're all tied up 9 apiece here in Jersey City. A minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. Both of these teams really liking to go in with the lead. And Snyder takes a charge there, and the ball's head back.
Great job there by Castro, who's perhaps the best player on this squad. Makes a nice play on defense, also provides most of the scoring for Snyder.
A travel called right away. Harrison, right about as he passed the half court mark. Here comes the inbound. And again, a couple possessions left as we approach 1 minute left. Still a tie game. Snyder and Ferris, the two Jersey City squads, are even through the first 7 minutes. That ball heads out of bounds.
Pretty nice move there by Torre to create some separation. He already has the and one, so he's feeling aggressive. He's feeling good about the way he's scoring the ball. That shot does not cash in for him, but he's definitely going to keep on being a threat for this Ferris squad.
For sure. Under 40 seconds now to play. Again, we're still tied, 9 points apiece. That one's anybody's. Ferris picks it up, and they'll bring it straight home. The Bulldogs have the lead with half a minute to go. And another turnover. Ferris fights to get it right back. Jaden Mercado on that one. Here they go, push into the rim. No bucket, but they'll go right to the line. Torre will be the one to shoot.
Jaden Mercado, also one of the better baseball players on the Ferris squad. One of the better pitchers in Hudson County last season. Still solid lefty swing.
Shot number one is perfect.
Again, Torre at the line. Doing a good job getting to his spots, drawing fouls. Right now, he looks like he's going to be the most vibrant piece on this Bulldogs team.
For sure, the second one's short, but he gets his own rebound. And they can do it again. 10 seconds left now in the quarter. Ferris leads by 3. Got to get this one off. And they don't. They turn it over right back. It's a fight for the ball. It's anybody's. The turnaround is almost good. Don't know if he got that off in time or not. But a solid effort on that shot.
Would have been a
12-9 is your score through the first 8 minutes. So the crosstown rivalry living up to its hype. So far, we've got a 1-possession game through 8 minutes.
Yeah, a little shocked, huh? Ferris up 3. Again, we keep mentioning how weird this season has been for the Snyder Tigers. And if they end up losing this ball game, it's just going to continue on that weird trend. They've won 3 in a row. Maybe this is a little bit of a letdown game, but still, this is a game that Snyder should be winning. No offense to any of the Ferris public over there, but Ferris has definitely been able to hold their own, a lot of part thanks to Yusuf Torre, who's been awesome for them.
Yeah, I've been impressed, but I think we've seen today a lot of teams that, you know, are the underdogs coming into these games have held on for the first quarter or so, and then the rest of the game they've kind of let off the gas a little bit. So I'm interested to see what these rest 3 quarters have in store for us. I mean, Ferris has the lead right now. They're not just hanging in this game; they're winning this game. It's surprising to me. I know it's surprising to you as well, and I'm more than welcome to see an upset.
No doubt about it. We just want a close game, especially a rivalry like this. Got a pretty packed stands. It's gotten more and more packed since this game has gone on. A lot of Ferris public, a lot of Snyder guys too. So, I mean, we're all for it. Just a little bit shocking thus far. Maybe if you're from Ferris, you're not that shocked.
There we go. Ferris ball again. Mercado takes it down, but a foul gets called. It's on Jordan Para. And Ferris gets right back to business.
Jordan is a former Bayonne B, transferred to Snyder. Pretty solid player. He could do a lot offensively. See if he gets involved anytime soon.
Robert Gomez gets called for a foul there on the Ferris side. Ferris still leads it by 3. No scoring yet in this second quarter. Castro scans, looking for options. He'll give it off Diaz now. Passes it inside. The ball gets stripped right away. Jacob Salazar on that one.
Nice play there from Salazar. Getting his hand in the cookie jar, smacks the ball down, creates the turnover there.
Yep, and it's him with the ball on this offensive possession. Looking to bring the lead up to 2 possessions. That pass out, intended for Salazar, won't find him. And the ball is just all over the place. Snyder now seems to have it, but this double team in the backcourt, hoping to produce something, it won't.
Very nice play there from Castro. No scoring yet in the second quarter.
Nope, I don't think Ferris will mind that too much. That pass out. Diaz thought about a 3. Won't take it. He'll pass it back out. And this is going to be a backcourt violation. Ferris will take back the ball. Ferris causing a lot of turnovers here at the start of this one. Big reason why they are leading by 3. Still about 6.5 minutes to go before halftime.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive defensively, which is something you do when you're the underdog. That's how you create a recipe for an upset. Force turnovers, get things done. And some trash talk going on between the two sides. Snyder
think that's-
coaches don't.
Yeah, they don't seem too.
Yeah.
They don't seem too appreciative of that.
Not into that. But hey, you kind of expect it in a game like this. Seems like a tech has been charged against Ferris. I guess we must have missed that. So Castro will take 2 free throws. He makes them both.
That'll get you right back in it. Then goes right back to his teammates. Tells them to be smart. One-point game. And with that tech, Snyder gets the ball right back. Trying to make something happen of it. The 3 air balls. Who did it touch last? They're going to say Ferris. Fabian Martinez is the last one to have contact with it. Inbound. Shoot right away. Again, won't get it. Snyder gets their own rebound. Again, trying to create a 3. A lot of passes around the perimeter. Finally push in the mid-range. Rims out. Another rebound. Still can't find a bucket. And this time Ferris comes up with it.
Like that shot selection from Castro there. And one thing that seems pretty obvious is that he's the biggest offensive threat on the floor right now for Snyder. He's got to keep getting those looks. They just got to start going in.
Yep, Ferris, a 3 of their own. Now that one's too heavy. Shot from Martinez. And Snyder tries pushing in there. And Martinez is going to get charged with a foul. Ferris making some substitutions. Torre comes back in. The inbound close to the rim, trying to work his way in is Brian Gavin. And the whistle blows once more.
Personal foul, number 22, Johnson.
Romeo Johnson gets called on that foul. Ball goes right back out on the inbound attempt. Again, going to stay with Snyder. Still a 1-point game. 12-11 is your score. 3 goes up. Ferris sinks it.
Power with a nice shot.
The lead extends to 4 for the Tigers. Ferris trying to respond quick. And the whistle blows. Snyder's going to keep the ball. No, excuse me. Ferris is going to keep the ball.
Just a bad foul there by Nordike. Very easy for Ferris to draw that foul. Kind of stuck in no man's land there if you're Jaden.
Reporting for Snyder. 11.
Pretty indisciplined there. Got to be more aware of where he is on the court.
Nicholas Cruz Rodriguez checks in. The inbound, and no one on him. Easy bucket for Ferris. Jordan Webb. Castro, top of the key. Tie game, 14-all. Snyder, another three. That one close, but they get the rebound. It's an easy 2 points. Brian Gavin puts it away. Snyder finds themselves back in the lead. Rodriguez gets called there. And he'll get subbed out right after. David Diaz comes back in. Darian Jackson will be the one to inbound it. Snyder seems to be guarding it pretty heavily. Ferris, though, no problem. Ball gets passed around the key, then gets swatted away. Snyder wastes no time on the way back. Wadike is the one to put it away for two. And the lead is 4 now for the Snyder Tigers. A push there, and that's one that's going to get called all day long on Julian Castro.
Yeah, going to see a lot of fouls. We already saw a tech today as well. Rivalry game like this one going to generate a lot of those situations. Michael Ellison has also checked into this game. High-tech student. You're playing for Ferris.
Ferris trying out some subs. That one almost gets poked away, and now it does. No one stands in the way of the Tigers. An easy 2-point bucket. Ferris hurrying up the other way. But the lead, the largest of the day, 6 for Snyder. Some early contact there. And that's going to get called up pretty often. Brian Gavin.
Number 10, Gavin. At the foul line.
Torre at the line, shooting 2. Chance to bring this game back to 4 for the Ferris Bulldogs. First one is short. With about 3 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in this one.
There's a lot of ball left to be played. About a half in almost.
And 0 for 2 from the line, but Ferris is going to get right back after Yusef Torre misses both of his. Number 10 on the other team, Brian Gavin, steps out of bounds on the rebound. Salazar gets it back, bobbles a little bit, recovers without issue. Torre to Jackson. Jackson passes it back out. Gavin has it back to Jackson.
Good defense here by the Tigers.
Yep, really like it. That shot finally goes up almost in off the board, but no go. Snyder with the ball, still leading by 6. Diaz passes it back out. Castro holds on to it, gives it off to Nodike. This pass in, finally some movement, they get the ball in. Ferris is all over it, they'll have to pass it back out. Diaz thought about a shot, won't do it. They go in once again, and just so many Ferris jerseys there. After all that, a jump ball, Snyder will hold on to it.
Tough physical game. Snyder's had trouble getting open looks throughout this ball game. Both teams have, to be frank. The reason it was close in the beginning was due to the amount of fouling that Snyder was doing. They've kind of laid off of it. Now they're up 6.
Points have become much harder to earn for this Bulldog squad. That one goes straight back out. Snyder ball. Trying to extend this 6-point lead as we approach halftime. That 3 won't go. Snyder again gets the rebound, can't put it back. And again, another chance for some second chance points as we approach a minute and a half.
One thing I have noticed is that Snyder is not afraid to get down and dirty on the glass. Very physical team. They don't give up on any possession. Ferris hasn't been able to answer for that.
Castro inbounds, Diaz pulls it right away, and finally Ferris gets the rebound and manages to hold on to it afterwards. I'll give it to Salazar, who'll take it down the court. Torre holds it. Off to Robert Gomez. He'll push in, take the shot himself. Looked like it was tipped away before he could get one off. Either way, Snyder ball. And they're going to have another chance for an and one play. Gets it off the board, and they'll head to the line. 8-point lead, largest of the day for the Tigers.
Some job by Julian Castro, using his body, staying composed, kissing it off the glass. And one, now he hypes up his team, trying to get the 3-point play here, make it a 9-point game. He's been the MVP of the squad.
Yep, great game for him so far, and he drains the free throw, no problem. A minute left to play now in the half. Ferris trying to earn all back that they can. Down 9. Takes a long 3, Jacob Salazar. Ferris, a rare offensive rebound from them, but it's not for long. Snyder gets it right back. And they score an easy 2. Great job from Jaden Nodike there. And Ferris tries to hustle again. Another turnover. That pass goes wild, but they're going to say it last touched. Fabian Martinez. It'll stay the way of the orange jerseys.
I think he thought somebody might have been behind him with an orange jersey, because if he just lets that ball go, it would have flown out of bounds.
Snyder is going to take a full timeout. They know they've got a chance for a complete possession before we head into our halftime break.
Yeah, good timeout. Time to draw a play now. Probably milk the clock so you could get this last shot. They've done a pretty good job, in large part to Julian Castro, who has been the star of the night again, and he's been the star of the Snyder Tigers all season. He's showing why.
Yep, again, and you talk about, getting that last possession with 26 seconds left on the clock. Really important here. I mean, as long as you can hold on and not allow Ferris to get a shot off before this half ends, your absolute worst-case scenario is an 11-point lead. Heading into the locker room, I think they'll be very satisfied with that bucket here or not.
No doubt about it. Very good second quarter for the Tigers squad after a shaky first quarter, to say the least. scored 16 points in this one after only scoring 9. And Ferris, only 1 bucket in this entire quarter.
Yep, such a great start to the game. But like we said, a lot of these teams, especially these underdogs today, have done a good job at hanging in the start. And then from there on out, it's just been a collapse, especially in the second and third quarter. Ferris is going to get another whistle going against them there. Romeo Johnson gets called for it.
Johnson. At the foul line.
So can't quite drain all the clock that they would have liked, but a chance for 2 easy points and a chance to extend the lead to 13 if they can make both of these.
Reporting for Ferris. Number 1, Salazar, 1 shot.
2 for 2. And 27-14 is your score. The Tigers almost doubling up the Bulldogs here in this first half. Just under 10 seconds to play. Allison has it, his first touch of the game. Gives it off. The pass out into the corner. They've got to put up something, and they won't get a chance to. They turn it over again, which has slowly become the story of this half. These offensive turnovers from the Ferris Bulldogs. So many missed opportunities there. And 27-14 is your score as we head into the halftime. Manny, as you said, only 1 bucket for this Ferris squad in the entire second quarter. And that will bring us to our break. We've got another half of basketball, and that will conclude our day here at County Prep High School. We'll be right back. We're back. The second half is a moments away from being underway here at County Prep High School in Secaucus, New Jersey. We've had
Jersey
4
City.
games. Excuse me.
We thought we were high tech. Wrong HCST school. Guys, it's our 4th game. Please
Forgive us.
give us a break just for this one. No other game except this one. Just give us a break for this one.
Brains are a little fried at this point.
Who else calls 4 games in a day? Huh?
This is a record for us. I mean, we've
By far. We've never done. Oh, we have. Wait, we've done 2.
We've done 2.
Yeah.
We do 2 pretty often. We did 2 this week.
Yeah, we did.
We do 2 for the county championships, all that stuff. But that's our record, and we doubled our record today. So
I can't say I hope we beat this one. I love what we're doing right now.
Yeah, no. I
Thankful.
just it's hard work, man. It's bobble there. As Snyder has been working hard for the past half. They try to continue everything that they've built on, a 13-point lead.
Just got to keep protecting the ball. Getting Castro involved. Maybe Diaz from behind the arc. But what they're doing right now, I mean, it's going to work. Milk the clock a little bit. Shot doesn't go. Not a bad look, though.
Yep, that's their biggest concern, just getting this game over with, and not in the sense that they all want to go home, but they are up.
Maybe we
13
do.
They are up 13 points, make it 11 after that bucket, but it's more about draining the clock here than actually scoring buckets. Obviously, you have to do both.
Hey,
but,
still got to score a bit.
Yep, obviously still got to do both, but again, just if you can do both, and still score points while shifting your focus a little bit towards draining the clock, really helps out. Snyder, another pass inside. They'll give it back out. Diaz thought about it, pushes in. The floater won't go, a little bit too strong. Ferris, fast break here. And they can't finish off with the layup. Can't get the rebound either. And the whistle blows. Foul favoring the Ferris Bulldogs.
One thing that I think Snyder is going to try taking more advantage of is the amount of attention that Diaz garners on the perimeter. Every time he gets the ball with this zone, they have 2 bodies crashing towards his spot from beyond the arc, and he keeps pump faking, just not getting those passes off in time to the open man.
Another bucket there. Ferris tries to get a little bit aggressive on defense. Won't pay off, but they're able to reset just fine. That ball rolls out of bounds. It'll stay Snyder basketball.
Safe to say that Ferris has a game plan. Keep doubling Diaz. Another tech. 2 techs. So 2 techs, 1 on each team. That's why you're not seeing anybody take a free throw. They'll cancel out.
Can't quite tell what that was about.
Probably some trash talk. Friendly banter, one might say.
Friendly. Another rebound there on that 3-point attempt. Whistle gets blown again, and refs not hesitating to call the fouls. Robert Gomez on that one. It'll be Brian Gavin shooting 2.
10, Brian Gavin.
Seen a lot of NFL gear out in the stands for this game.
Are you saying that because they're wearing Eagles gear?
Yeah.
Caden's an Eagles fan, guys, unfortunately.
There's some Jets gear as well, but you know, I tend to talk about the teams still in season. Second
That's a
one
good one.
goes.
At least today we're not competing with any NFL football, but if this game goes on until 7:30, then competing with college.
And hitting the deck right there. Another foul. A grab gets called. Gavin on the foul. Thank you for all of everybody tuning in on HCST Athletics. If you're not already, please subscribe. We bring free game coverage every week. That's right. We don't charge at all to view our games. Not going to name names there.
Also have coverage on our Instagram. What a move by Torrey. He's been exceptional. He's been the only bright spot for Ferris, I think we could confidently say.
Yep, and he's brought the lead all the way back. 8-point game. Snyder still winning. That pass. Can't find a jersey. It's nowhere close. And Ferris able to be the beneficiary of another turnover. It was them that, you know, kept giving the ball away in the first half, but a lot cleaner play in the first 3.5 minutes of the second. Ferris again pushes all the way in, and a blocking foul called on Jordan Parra. I believe that was during the shot for Youssef Toure.
One thing I will say about these two teams, and maybe it's because of the rivalry, but both squads pretty emotional, to say the least. Definitely letting everybody know when they're frustrated with anything, it seems, and it's probably why we've seen 3 technical fouls in this game.
Yep, those are the first technical fouls we've had all day, I believe.
Yeah, no coincidence and no surprise that it's come in this game.
Unless one happened on our lunch break that we
Might have.
we missed in the first half of the St. Thomas Aquinas game.
Nice to get a little bit of a rivalry here, bad blood between these two programs.
That one can't find the net. Again, no. And again, a rebound. It's anybody. Salazar comes up with it. And what an athletic play to keep the ball with Ferris. No. They call it the wrong way. I don't think the ref saw that last one.
The Ferris side getting loud now, as loud as the crowd has been all game. They didn't like that call.
Rightfully so. Great play made by Torre there to slap that one off the knee of an orange jersey. And right back with a 3. Snyder finally responds. Jordan Parra. Excuse me. And Ferris seems to be a little shaken by that call. Lead back up to 9 for the Snyder Tigers. Just over 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Make it 11. Salazar puts one nowhere close. Tried with the hook shot.
I'm not sure what he was thinking there.
And Snyder getting a lot more physical, especially on offense. Great job working in there, just couldn't get the finish. And another turnover. They come back again and start to haunt the Bulldogs. Brian Gavin takes that one away.
Jackson.
Jackson called for a foul. He'll get subbed out.
You could tell these teams aren't necessarily fans of each other. I don't think they root for each other when they're not
probably
playing
not.
each other. But it's safe to say that Snyder has responded well. They continue to do so.
A nice jumper there. And one, Julian Castro. Long mid-range shot. Is that another tech? Yes, it is. Michael Ellison is going to get called on the tech. He put another shot up after the ref was already asking for the ball back.
Castro has been the man tonight. So he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot one free throw because of the make, the and one. And then he's going to shoot another one because of the tech. So this is like a 4-point play without a 3-point shot.
A lot of free throws. So here we'll go again. No crowd on this one.
He gets two shots, actually. So a 5-point play if he makes this
5-point play, and they keep the ball after this. So the lead that Ferris was once chopping down on is now 16 for Snyder. They lead at 38-22, and Ferris is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, those are the type of things in a game like this when you're the underdog and you finally get some momentum that you just ill afford to do. It's terrible, not a great way to, try to win this ball game. To get 2 techs in that fashion is never going to put you in a position to win, especially against a team that is much better than you on paper.
Yep, 3 techs total in this game for them. They're lucky enough to have one of them offset, but now they've already scored 5 points on this possession. They still have the ball, so who knows what's to come, and this lead just keeps on growing. It really seemed like Ferris was working their way back into this for a moment, and now it's getting out of hand, especially as the clock ticks down just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
It was 28-22 not that long ago. Then Snyder comes out, they get a few buckets, and again, you just give away 5 points by fouling a jump shot and then talking more than you're supposed to, which leads to a technical foul. 5-point play. That is not common in basketball at all. And it just happened. Ferris kind of giving this game away to Snyder.
Yep, a chance for 7 points without Ferris even touching the ball. Not even for an inbound. If they can score here.
Which is crazy because that's usually a decent run, a 7-0 run. To get that without even having to play a defensive possession is very unusual, to say the least.
Yep, we'll see if they can finish off the dream possession here as they get the ball back. And, of course, all this ticking away at the clock, too. Wide open 3. Can they make it 8? No. A foul gets called there. That's going to be on Snyder. And I believe it's going to be on Harrison. Yes, it is.
And if you're Ferris, you don't want to keep giving Para those open looks from 3. He already has 2 shots from 3-point land today, and another open one like that. Looked like he was about to make it 3. Instead, his shot was off the mark. Do we already have a team in the bonus? Seems so. We do. Ferris is in the bonus.
22. Johnson.
Johnson lines it up. Good on the first. Back down to 15 points.
Report. Number 14. Jackson. 1 shot.
Second one can't go, off to his left. And Ferris trying to speed up their defense a little bit. Double teaming the ball here. That leaves Diaz open. Pass back outside the perimeter. Floater mid-range. Can't get it. Another offensive rebound. And a jump ball after all of that.
Possession. Snyder.
Snyder wastes no time. Diaz airballs.
Yeah, Diaz has had a fairly off night today. Misses another 3 there. I mean, this Ferris team still respects him. They're paying a lot of attention to him usually when he gets the ball from 3-point range. He's just been off today.
Yep, fortunately, a great team that's, picked up in the areas he's lacked. So still not too much of a problem. A 15-point lead. Extend it right there. 40 points on the night for the Tigers so far as we approach a minute left in the third.
That was easy money for Castro there on the easy pull-up mid-range in transition.
Salazar was the one trying the 3 on that last possession. Diaz pulls up and again can't find it. Swirls out. Not too bad of a shot. Great look.
Just one of those nights for him. He gets a great momentum crossover there. Just can't finish it on the pull-up.
Salazar thinks about it, passes it off. And the whistle blows. That is Brian Gavin on the foul.
Number 10.
So Ferris, as we said, in the bonus already. So even though that foul was on the floor,
Number 10.
Torre will head to the line.
This game got out of hand pretty quick. And I guess if Ferris has the quarter of their life in the fourth, then it could get interesting. But so far, it seems like Snyder is wiping off any doubt that we had about them being at least a team to worry about going forward when it comes to the outlook of this county.
Yep, and I think Snyder's proving a lot here too when it comes to, how consistent of a team they can be. We said they've beat some great teams, but they've also lost to some not so great teams. So if they can start regularly taking care of business against teams that they would consider themselves better as, I think that says a lot about what they've become throughout this season.
They'll probably try to take the last shot of the quarter here.
Two shots for Snyder. 4.7 left in the third quarter. Again, Snyder with a 15-point lead. And a chance to extend it here. Robert Gomez is going to be the one charged with that foul. We've got a little bit of time left to play after these shots go down. Brian Gavin on the shots.
Number 10, Brian Catden.
First one up and away. Lands short.
For Ferris. 30.
Out comes Robert Gomez.
Jermaine.
And Jermaine is in to take his place. One for two. Finds the second. Ferris trying to get a quality shot off. They'll get one. Salazar can't find it. The running shot off balance from him would have been a big ask. He gets it close off the rim. 41-25 through the first three quarters. So yeah, as you said, this game finally getting a little bit out of hand. We saw Ferris compete early on. They actually had the lead at the end of the first quarter, but ever since then, it has just been the Snyder show. They've kept it going, and a dominant performance from them ever since that first quarter has ended.
Yeah, they only scored 9 points in that first quarter. And since then, 32 points. That's an average of 16 every quarter. High tech math. Right?
Sure.
But yeah, they've done a very solid job after what was a very lackluster first quarter. And a lot of that has had to do with Julian Castro, who has been exceptional tonight. And one thing he's been very good at as well is not getting emotional. Probably the most emotional player on Snyder so far has been David Diaz, and we've seen that he's struggled from three. I'm not going to say that that is a coincidence. Probably the reason that he's been having such an off shooting night, which is unusual for him. Castro, though, has picked him up, and the rest of his team has picked Diaz up. They're getting it done right now against the rival Ferris.
Yep, and 16 points of lead to show for it as we head to the fourth quarter. 8 more minutes to go, and like you mentioned a couple minutes ago, barring an absolute miracle, Snyder is going to be pretty happy with this result. Not just a win, but a convincing one at that, especially in the latter parts of this game. Ferris will have the ball to start things off. Toure heads in. He'll draw a blocking foul. And the foul's reset in the fourth quarter. So not in the bonus yet, but that is a shooting foul.
24, Harrison. At the line,
Foul's on Harrison.
number 10, Toure.
First one is pure.
Toure may be the sole bright spot for Ferris. We've seen Salazar get some pretty solid shots up. They just haven't fallen for him. Toure, on the other hand, has had a pretty solid game.
Yep, gets both at the line there. And Ferris getting more aggressive on defense. They tried to implement that in the third quarter, but it didn't work out too well. There they forced the turnover. Nice step back. The three rolls right over the basket, both sides of the rim. And still 14 points separate this Snyder squad. Diaz puts up another three. That one way short.
Having a very off night, uncharacteristic for him. This game continues to go this way for Diaz. He's just going to have to wipe this one when it comes to scoring and be able to bounce back for a game that is more up to his standard.
You know, the good thing is when you're winning by this much, it's okay to have those kind of nights. And the other thing is, you know, you have more chances to fix them. If you put up a three and you miss here, it's a lot easier to shake it off than if we're talking about a 1-2 possession game here in the fourth quarter.
And now this is big because what will be very ideal for this Snyder squad is that they end this game blowing out Ferris. They do what they're supposed to do, take care of business, and get a lot of their bench to play in this fourth quarter because they play Dickinson tomorrow, which is a huge game, another rivalry game, another crosstown Jersey City game. And Dickinson right now, widely considered the third best team in the county and the best public school in Hudson County. And they rested today. They were supposed to play today, but their opponent canceled. So Dickinson is going to be the much more rested team. Rest versus rust. How is that going to come into play for those squads? Either way, I'm sure that Snyder would like to have their stars rested for this fourth quarter and get them ready for Dickinson. And when we were talking about Diaz and his struggles, he's going to want to be able to wipe this game from his memory to get ready for what should be, and they need to be, a big game for David Diaz.
Yep, quite a not too big of a gap. I mean, for this Dickinson squad, they played Hoboken a couple days ago, the 18th to be exact, a game they won by 12. So not too long of a break for them. They'll probably be glad to have the day off, at least when it comes to looking just at this Snyder game.
One thing I will tell you, though, Castro's confidence, not going to be a problem. This kid has been money all day.
for sure. Lead up to 13 now. Ferris winning the fourth quarter at least. But they're going to need to win it by a lot more than they are right now. Ferris somehow hangs on to it there through all that. A long pass in, and they can't save it. Snyder heads back. Diaz set to check back in. He's at the scorer's table. And Ferris recoups possession. Another battle for that one. Last touch by the Orange.
Very messy play. Seems like the Snyder faithful wanted a foul there on the push off on the inbound.
Won't get one. Salazar pushes all the way in. His layup's way too high. And way open, down low. Brian Gavin puts away two.
Castro again making the highlight reel. Little no-look pass there. It was almost a little bit high. Good enough, though, to create a bucket.
A nice, almost, no foul gets called there, and Ferris calls a timeout after they score two. 5:21 left to go in this game. 43-30 is your score, so just a few minutes away from finishing up for today. 5 amazing basketball games. We've had some really tight ones. Union City,
Piscataway, what a game.
number 2. That was a great game. As we said, came all the way down to the buzzer. This game would have started earlier had it not been for how long that game was, just because it was so tight. So many timeouts called through and through. But Union City comes away with the win in that game. A lot of Hudson County teams winning, including Bayonne, but that's
Hudson County
over another Hudson County team, so we won't count it there. But Hudson County teams.
Did we sweep? Did Hudson County sweep
Hudson
today?
County swept.
County swept. Hudson County swept.
No Hudson County participant in the last game.
But it counts as a sweep, right? I mean, Ferris loses, but we mean sweep in the sense that a Hudson County team came out on top.
If a Hudson County team played in the game, a Hudson County
team won. Exactly. 13-point game now. Snyder should have no problem taking care of business here, though. We mentioned it'd be important for them to be able to extend the lead and catch a breather. They haven't been able to do that. Ferris has been clawing back.
Snyder again trying to expand. 13 points for them right now. Won't get a chance to add to it there. Toure forces another one. Tries to do it all by himself. He's going to get called for a travel there, I believe.
Actually, didn't call a travel. Even we thought that was a travel. Coach Gibbs, very frustrated. He's showing the refs the motion that he thought they were supposed to do. He's still talking to the ref who has his back turned.
Well, we had the incident earlier where the ref was imitating.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was hilarious.
I still haven't seen that one. I would really like to, but I don't think we didn't get camera.
It. Yeah, no. We didn't get it.
You're the only person that knows about that. Shot number 2 won't go. Ferris can't get their own rebound. Oh, that was almost me.
Is that why you grunted?
Yeah. I've been waiting all day. Been here since 10:30 in the morning, and all I ask is that the ball comes to me. We're not that far back.
We're pretty far. And this PA announcer, who is awesome, by the way, great voice.
He also looks like he has quite the wingspan.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was meant to say.
If one comes from the direction that the camera is facing now, no one's in my way, and I'm going to make an awesome play, and everybody's going to clap.
You think so?
I think so.
You think you'll get a standing O?
Not standing ovation, but everyone's going to be like, nice play. I'll clap a little bit for him.
Do you want us to put the camera this way so
No,
we
no.
catch it?
No,
On stream?
if it starts coming this way, then maybe. But
All right.
we can show everybody the game for now. That shot from Salazar off to the left. 12 points, so one basket away from making this a single-digit gap. Diaz passes it back over. Gavin pushes in. He'll drop it off. The shot goes up. No basket, but they'll head to the line. Harrison is the victim of that one.
This game got fairly closer, at least closer than it was, extremely quickly. It's been a solid fourth quarter for the Bulldogs.
Yep, still 12 points, but winning the quarter as of now. So if they hold on to it, they'll have won 2 of the 4 quarters, but not by nearly as much as Snyder won the other 2 quarters.
2 points in a quarter is almost automatically sending you to the loss column, and that's what Ferris did in the second.
Just a doozy of a quarter there. Ellison checks back in. He'll hand it off. Ellison gets it back. Dribbles, passes it off to Corpuz. Robert Gomez gives it off. The 3, just short. Diaz has it now. Turnaround jumper, just off. And so many of these shots from him have been really close.
Nothing really going his way so far today. I don't think Gibbs liked the shot selection, but the shot looked pretty clean when it went up and almost went in again. Just hasn't gotten much to go his way today.
There seem to be some very mean people in our YouTube chat right now, discrediting my ability to catch a basketball, and I don't like that very much.
Dude, it has to happen now.
That guy's on my list. That's an inside joke. I'm not threatening anybody.
That's our teacher, actually. So it's okay, guys. You think DePuro comments again?
Over under on our broadcasting teacher's comments.
What happened
for
to
the
I
rest of
have
the stream.
jobs? Where is he? He's not. He's been gone. We miss him. One of the more animated YouTube commenters we've had.
Yeah, I respect the dedication. He stayed in these games for a couple hours just to
Big Hudson County.
just to troll us in the comments.
That guy loves basketball.
Ferris also loves basketball as they push in. Can't get the bucket there.
Would you love it down 15?
I don't know. They're still out there playing.
It's the game, you know. You gotta love it no matter what, I guess.
Sticking through it. They force a turnover there. And a blocking foul is going to get called, I believe, on Julian Castro.
Personal foul. Number 1. Castro.
I was right.
Shooting 14. Jackson.
So it seems that most of the Snyder starters won't be able to get a break during this game. Ferris doing a good job of fighting back. It's a pretty frisky team. They just, again, had a terrible second quarter, and that set them back for the rest of this game.
Second shot is good. Darian Jackson goes 2 for 2 at the line.
By the way, I could see Ben Gamble from here, head coach for Bayonne. I think he's ready to leave.
He's tired.
Yeah. Shout out to him. And again, shout out to Jerry Walker. Those two guys, big reasons as to why HCST Athletics was able to provide all this coverage for you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. If you've been here all day, which I doubt many people have, but
At least maybe one person. I mean, we've had a consistent amount of views during each of the games.
yeah. But if you've been here all day, you saw Jerry Walker join the show. Talked a little bit about his career at Seton Hall, Hudson County basketball landscape, all the good stuff. NIL
Hudson County
deals.
landscape in general.
Yeah.
Everything. It was great stuff. That interview was what, start of the second quarter, Union
It was
City
so
against
long ago.
Piscataway. Dude, it feels like that was 3 days ago.
Feels like a long time ago. Do you know what even feels like longer time ago?
What?
We had a Hall of Famer on the
We
broadcast.
did have a Hall of Famer on
earlier
the broadcast.
today.
That
Bob
was
Hurley
awesome.
joined the show, the only high school coach in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Had a little interview with him.
We're gonna cut up that video, right? 'Cause, yeah, we gotta cut that up, edit it, put it up. That's going straight to the IG. So
Stay tuned.
Ooh,
Wow.
simultaneous right there. Caden, we still have a basketball game to call.
Yep.
What are we doing right now?
We know how to plug the Instagram
Yeah, no
videos
doubt.
like no other.
No doubt.
So both of these teams get back on the court. 2:27 to play in this game. You know, people are still saying stuff in the chat. I'm not going to acknowledge it.
If you weren't here like 20 minutes ago, Caden's a big Eagles fan.
Snyder still
Heroes now.
waiting for a good look from three. Won't get any. Diaz. Be nice for him to make a shot just for purely confidence purposes. And a foul gets called there. That one's on Ellison.
You always say you want to end on a make, just like when you're hitting in the cage, you want to end on a good swing. Sometimes that helps when you do it in game as well.
Manny's a
Diaz has been
baseball
cold.
player.
Yeah. Diaz has been cold, so to end on a make would be huge for him. You know who
Rodike
hasn't been cold?
inbounds.
This guy, Castro. He's been awesome all game.
For sure. He'll give it up to Diaz. Can't find a shot. Ferris giving him absolutely no space to work. Every time he gets the ball, at least one, if not two, green jerseys right up in his face.
And a note on Castro. I think he's had more no-look passes than looking passes. Safe to say, I think.
Wouldn't be surprised. We don't track
He
that
loves the
stat
no-lookers.
here at the HCST Athletics show.
Just
but
eye test, pun intended. That was a bad one.
it took me a second, but I get it now.
You think most of the country is watching Snyder and Ferris, or
I think
Ohio State?
we have the exact numbers, actually. 13 people are watching Snyder
Is
versus
that most
Ferris.
of the country?
And I think everyone watching Snyder versus Ferris right now should subscribe to the HCST Athletics show, where we stream all of our games of the week, including this one, for absolutely free. As that shot
Big one this week.
goes in.
Huge game of the week.
Yep,
week.
this is
We still haven't announced it.
still haven't announced it, but we're covering all these games for free. We'll be covering our game on Thursday for free. Another hint as to what our game might be.
That's gonna be a fun one.
Really fun. You want to talk about Jersey City rivalries?
All right, just say it at this point. This game went by fairly quick. Snyder, for the most part, has taken care of business. This was the exact score of the Snyder Union City game, actually. With
Wow.
Union City being on the losing end. And Union City is much better than Ferris.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Ferris sinks one, so they'll one up Union City. They're 34 points now. Down by 14, a minute 3 left to play here in the fourth quarter before this one wraps up. Just under a minute left to play. Snyder holds on to it. Foul there, Darian Jackson on that one. And both teams in the bonus, so Castro is going to head to the line, a chance to add on to the great day he's had so far. Not too much of a great day offensively for each of these teams. Nobody's hit 50 points as of yet. Chance to do it here. First one goes.
As expected, it's likely going to be Castro to deliver here for squad.
Both go 50 to 35. Your score, 45 seconds left. Ellison has it this time. He'll pass it off. Ball, anyone's, as it rolls across the floor. Snyder picks it back up. And a foul there, an intentional one. Coach isn't too happy about.
Coach said don't foul, and I guess Johnson thought he said foul.
Slight miscommunication. Martinez gets ready to check back into this one.
Substitution, Ferris.
Torre comes out. As you said, quite a solid day for him, despite the loss.
Yeah, he was just carrying this team on his back as much as he could. Safe to say he got pretty much zero help, to say the least.
That one gets quite a few bounces before it heads in. 51 points now on the day. Ferris still playing basketball, not ready to give this one up just yet. That one doesn't go. And that might just do it. It looks like Snyder is just going to dribble this one out. Maybe not.
They're going to get the ball past half court.
And chuck it past half court they do. Ferris not done playing defense. They get that one off. They put up the three to end it. Nowhere close off the backboard. And that is how it all comes to an end. We thank all of you for watching all day long. If you have, Snyder versus Ferris finishes it up. And that will do it for us for today. Snyder takes it by a score of 51 to 35. I'm Caden Drummler. By my side, Manny Pereira. We thank you to everyone behind the camera, Sophie Engdahl, and our broadcasting teacher, Mr. DePiro. That's going to do it for our stream today. Have a great night, everybody.
Have a great night, everyone. And thanks again to Jerry Walker and Coach Ben Gamble for setting up this wonderful event. We had an awesome time calling these games, spending time with you guys, and just being around Hudson County basketball. It's been a treat. Signing off from County Prep High School here at Jersey City. Catden and Manny, have a good night, everyone. In the stream.